That's some fatty brisket. Ah, amazing. It's a beautiful sunny day in Atlanta, and I think it's the perfect time to have some brisket. So we're gonna take the Beltline to get there. Foxborough's is at the beginning of the Beltline on the north side. The whole Beltline runs 22 miles, but from where I'm standing right now, it's gonna be 3.3 miles. So I'm gonna rent a bike to get there a little quicker. So we just got to Fox Brothers Barbecue. That was an awesome ride through the Beltline. It was just beautiful. I could smell the barbecue, so I knew I was getting closer. So they have a couple restaurants. This one is called the Kiosk. It's a shipping container. It's very informal. You just kind of walk up to the window and you can order your barbecue from there. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the brisket plate with mac and cheese and the Frito pie. I want to try that. It smells really good. It smells like barbecue. It's delicious, and also barbecue sauce. I've worked up quite the hunger, but I'm gonna ask for the fatty cut of brisket if they have that. Good. I would like to do the brisket plate. Fatty cut if you have.
Fatty?
Yeah.
Brisket fatty, okay.
And then
sides.
let's do mac and cheese.
Alright, so you want a mac.
Yep.
And
Frito pie.
Frito pie.
And we'll take a bottle of water.
And water. 150. And would that be all, ma'am?
Yeah, I think so. That's good. And can we do some barbecue vinegar on the side?
Yes,
or if that comes with it, I'm not sure. Does it come with barbecue sauces already, or?
It's just barbecue sauce.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I do your barbecue van in there. No
Okay.
problem. That'd be all 26.13.
All right, sounds good. All right, our barbecue is ready. So they give it to you kind of like in a to-go, because this is like a kiosk, a barbecue kiosk. Which is a really clever name to call. I've never heard of a kiosk. So this place is actually a Texas barbecue style joint, and it was started by two twin brothers, originally from Texas. They felt like there was a gap to be filled in the barbecue world here, and they decided they were going to bring their Texas barbecue, but they started out by holding concerts at their house and making the food for the concert, and that became so popular. Since then, they started Fox Brothers Barbecue, and it has been a hit ever since. So let's try this out. This looks really good. Here is the mac and cheese. That looks like a gooey, creamy mac and cheese. I'm just gonna close everything because it's really windy, and I don't want like the pollen from the trees to fall in the food. Oh, this looks like the Brunswick stew. Check that out. Oh, I think this is what goes inside of the Frito pie. So it's like you make your own Frito pie. Okay, so you have the cheese, you have this chili, and then you have the Fritos here. Some barbecue sauce. Oh, I love how watery. Look how liquidy that barbecue sauce is. That's my jam. Okay, now let's take a look at the brisket. Ooh, that's some fatty brisket. Got some nice fatty over here, some marbling throughout. I like that color on the edge, that rub, the brisket rub. Oh, and it comes with their regular barbecue. Let me see. Oh, wow, look how dark that barbecue is. That looks like so molassesy, Cajun chili, smoky. Oh, I can't wait to try that. What I'm first gonna do though, I'm gonna put together the Frito pie so that it can get nice and melded in there while I try the brisket. A Frito pie is a bag of Fritos with chili and cheese, and you literally just throw it in there. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I love fun food. This is like the epitome of fun. No bowl needed. The bag is your bowl. And then we're gonna throw the cheese in there. Oh, there's onions too. Nice. Perfect. Oh wow. Okay. So I'm just gonna put that in there and we're gonna save that. My hands are already getting dirty. I don't see any forks or knives. Let me go grab some utensils. We got utensils. Frito pie is simmering. Let's get some of this brisket. Woo. Okay. Oh, it cuts nicely. Look at that. The glistening brisket. I'm gonna try it first before I dip it in. That's good. The brisket, very tender. It's a little bit more on the, almost like a jerky. So it tastes like it's almost like it's kind of drier, but it has a really good kind of jerky flavor, but still tender. It's not very chewy, like you have to get through it. It's got a nice peppery, a little bit of a tang in that rub, whatever seasoning is in there. That's good. Definitely smoky. Okay, let's try it with some barbecue sauce. Just gonna swipe it inside the barbecue. Look at that, beautifully coated. Whoa. That's not like any Texas barbecue I've had before. The barbecue sauce, it's got like this tangy, almost like a pomegranate molasses flavor to it. Very good. Oh, like, I bet you anything there's prunes in there, because it's got kind of like this tart, dark, dried fruit flavor in that barbecue, and then it's got some spice, a little bit of the smokiness from the brisket. That's really good. Wow. I'm gonna go in one more time. Oh wow, look at that. I love how perfectly it coats the brisket. Oh man. Whoa. It's not too sweet, that barbecue sauce. It's more tangy than sweet, but thick, like a Texas style barbecue. Whoa. I'm gonna try the barbecue vinegar, and then we're gonna get into this mac and cheese and Frito pie. Let me get a sip of water. I'm not having a beer here because I'm headed over to the brewery, Sweetwater Brewery, which is right down the street, and we're gonna get some Sweetwater brews after this. All right, let's try this. I'm gonna get a little bit more of the fattier cut. Look at that piece of fat on there. Brisket butter. This is the barbecue vinegar. Look, you see how much more fluid that barbecue sauce is? Wow, it's like a marinade almost. Oh. That is vinegary in the best way. It's more spicy, kind of like you got some cayenne chili powder in there, mostly vinegar. That's the kind of vinegar, barbecue vinegar I like. Well, Whew. All right, let's try this Frito pie. I think it's ready. It's still warm to the touch. We gotta mix it. All right, let's see if we can get, oh, that's a good bite. Wait for the wind, sorry. Okay, it's a beautiful day outside, very, very windy. Oh, man. It's like chili nachos. Cheesy, onion, Frito, corn chip, and that chili in there. I'm not sure if this is the chili or the Brunswick stew, because they also serve a Brunswick stew here. I think it's a chili because there's no like corn or other little vegetables I see in there, so I think it's a chili. I'm going in for another bite. Look how much cheese is on the fork there. They definitely didn't skimp on the cheese. So good. The Fritos are getting a little softer, but they still have a nice crunch to them. Oh man, that's a really good accompaniment with the brisket. All right, let's try this mac and cheese. Oh, I love that cheese. I want to say cheese skirt, but it's like the cheese crust from the pan. Look at that, how gooey and sticky, so thick. Wow. I like the noodles. These are the macaroni noodles, the elbow noodles that have the ridges, so they hold onto the cheese really well. That's barbecue mac and cheese all day. Super creamy, goopy, extremely thick. There's cheese going in and around all over this. Look at that. All right, come here, check out the mac and cheese. Look how creamy and glistening the cheese, the macaroni noodle. You have that cheese just glistening through all of the noodles. It's inside of the macaroni noodles. You have that cheese crust on the top. Yum. I'm gonna put some of the vinegar barbecue inside of the mac. Make it a little more spicy. Oh wow, okay. That's gonna be a good bite. Look at that. The hard cheese, the noodles, and plenty of vinegar barbecue. Oh, that's the bite. That vinegar barbecue in the mac and cheese is the way to go. Wow, it gives it so much more flavor. I'm ready for another brisket bite. This time I'm going in for the barbecue. Oh, I love this rub. It's peppery, and even in the mouth texture, you're kind of like chewing on like this peppery kernels. Just chewing that mixture of the brisket meat, that beefy flavor, the fattiness. It's buttery, just melts in your mouth, and the rub. It's a really nice crust. It's all in the texture. So I was reading that their other locations actually get really busy. The lines get really long, but this one here at the entrance of the Beltline is more like this kiosk that you see here, a lot more catered to takeaway. So the lines aren't as long. It's a little quieter, but you get all the same food here. The brisket's delicious. I'm happy just right here. And I just want you guys to see the marbling here that I was talking about. Look at this piece of brisket. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, the fattiness, that nice piece full of seasoning, and the dry rub. Oh, I gotta eat this, but it's like more fat than anything. Look. Okay. That was a bite to remember. Wow, that was really good. I'm like right now chewing on like all the little pepper rub. So good. I'm a huge fan of very thick crust on meat when you're marinating it. So this is like perfect. It's super peppery. Think of like the best beef jerky crust that you've had if you're a fan of beef jerky. I love beef jerky, home style beef jerky. And that peppery crust that's on it, it's just perfect. Super spicy, but black pepper spicy. Oh, I just took a scoop out of the Frito pie, and look at all this beef that I just scooped out. Wow, that looks like the brisket tips. That chili flavor, like almost like there's beans in there. Texas style chili. That was so delicious. I thoroughly enjoyed that barbecue lunch. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you like it. And if you've been here before to Fox Brothers Barbecue, literally any of the Fox Brothers locations, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your favorite menu item is, and if you're with me on how good that brisket is. So we were actually hoping to catch the Atlanta United game today at the brewery. What we didn't realize was that Sweetwater Brewery is actually hosting the official Atlanta Atlanta United opening match party, and it is a festival going on in there right now. So we'll see how it goes. So it turns out this is a fully ticketed event for the Atlanta United match, and it is totally sold out. But that's not gonna stop me from getting a beer. Let's go. It's so crazy out here. This brewery is 2 floors high, and there's people in every square inch. In the dining room, out in the patio, upstairs in the balcony, and it's starting to get a little chilly, but the weather is still so beautiful. There's nothing like being on the Beltline on a Saturday. I got myself their IPA, an American IPA. It's called the Psychedelic Rabbit. It's got a nice color to it. I'm so thirsty. I've been waiting for this beer for hours. Amazing. That is a true IPA. It's so good. It's not too hoppy, not too citrusy. It's just got the perfect juicy quench to it. Andres got the Kick Flipper. It's also an American IPA. It looks really similar in color, so I'm curious if they taste any different. I'd say it's a little bit more carbonated in flavor. Still really good. Hold on. This is the Psychedelic Rabbit. Tastes more psychedelic. This one tastes more like a kickflip.
Who else does it for the love out there, y'all? Who's doing it for love? Guys, we have some very special friends with us today. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
You guys, I'm still thinking about how delicious that brisket was today. That beautiful peppery crust on top, and that Frito pie that I didn't think I was really gonna like that much. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. And overall, I thoroughly enjoyed Fox Brothers Barbecue. It lives up to the hype. If you guys have been, let me know in the comments. If you haven't been, you should definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. If there are any places to get great barbecue in Atlanta, I need to know. Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more food content, and I'm gonna see you guys very soon on the next one.